This is how to crochet the crocodile stitch or dragon scale stitch in a triangular shape. For this, I'm going to start with 9 chains and then add a double crochet into the 3rd chain from the hook. I did speed this up to double time just because I didn't want this video to be super long, but here I'm going to chain 2, skip 2 chains, 1, 2, 3, and then add 2 double crochet into that 3rd chain. This is going to give me the base that I need for my scales, so this row is going to be the first part of the first row. Then I'm going to chain 2 again, skip 2, and add 2 double crochet into the first chain. After this double crochet, I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to rotate my work sideways. This is normal time, and I'm going to select that double crochet in the center of my row. And I'm going to work around the body of the double crochet or the post and add 5 double crochet around it. And that'll give me the first half of my first scale. That is also how all the scales are worked for this stitch. Then after the 5th one, I am going to rotate it and work 5 double crochet in the opposite post or double crochet post, and that'll give me the second half of my scale. While you're working on this, if you like these kind of close-up stitch tutorials, be sure to like and follow. It really helps kind of get the word out about crochet. And if you have any questions about this stitch or another stitch, or you would like to request a stitch, you can leave that in the comments of any of my videos. And then after this last double crochet, I'm going to slip stitch into the top of the turning chain. Right here, I'm going to insert my hook, yarn over, I'm going to pull through the stitch and through the loop on my hook, and that's it for row 1. Part 2 will be in the comments. This is how to crochet the dragon scale stitch or the crocodile stitch in a triangular shape. Part 2. So we just finished our first scale. Now we're going to chain 2 and add a double crochet in between the 2 double crochet from the previous row behind the scale. I'm going to make this look as complicated as possible in this little section for whatever reason, but that's all we're doing. We're just adding a double crochet in between the 2 double crochet that are behind the scale. Then we are going to chain 2 and add 2 double crochet into the center of the first scale. So 1, 2, and then we're going to add 2 right here. This is less complicated. And if you haven't already noticed, the pattern here is that we have one row, or the first half of the row, going in double crochets and chain 2 spaces, and then the second part of the row is going to be the scales. So now we're going to chain 2 again and add 2 double crochet in between the 2 double crochet that are behind the scale. That's how it's going to go for every single thing, but this time I'm going to pull out a needle and show you how to insert your hook, just in case, because it's really hard to see on camera. It's easier to feel it and to see it when you're looking at your own stuff, but here we're going to add 2 double crochet. The placement of these does not have to be perfect because they're going to be behind the scales anyway. It just determines where your scale is going to sit, so you just want them to kind of look like that. So this next part, I put it in double time because the scales are worked the same, but this time we are going to add a scale to the first set of V's, and then we're going to alternate. So we're going to skip one and then add another scale to the next one. The scale is the same as before, with 5 double crochet going around one post, and then you turn it and put 5 double crochet around the second post. I can't talk. Maybe because it's late and my kids were crying at bedtime. One of them was crying at bedtime. Sorry. Mini rant over. I don't even know if that was a rant, but we are going to skip that V and then move to this one. So I'm going to pick out my double crochet post, add 5 double crochets around it. Again, make it look complicated. That's all I'm doing. And then after my 5th one, I'm going to rotate it and add 5 double crochet on top of the turning chain. And then this is essentially the beginning. The next part is going to be how you actually increase for every single row to build your triangle. So part 3 will be in the comments, and be sure to like and follow.